Hello, 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 hello. Hello from the other side. I gotta stop that. Hello, my fam. It is that fella, your friend Perez Hilton, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and we are back with another week of shows. And there's a lot to cover today. Over the weekend, so much happened. We'll get to that all, but first, a quick reminder, if you can and want to, please consider becoming a member of my channel. Your support would be greatly appreciated. In addition to supporting, you get a little badge like Melissa and Dawn, which lets everybody know how freaking cool you are. And you also get to chat live with me during all of my Hot Topics shows. So I am gonna do my new thing where I now pin the instructions on how you can become a member right here in the live chat before I switch it to member only mode. Ding, dang, bang, 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 bang. I don't know why it never occurred to me to do this sooner, but here we go. Here we go. Chat with me. Boom. All right. Yay. All right. Also, let me switch this to member only mode. I have to give a thank you to somebody. Hopefully they are watching or will watch the replay. But KKB sent me not one, but 2 gifts. Holy hell. I'm obsessed. Thank you, KKB. Oh my God. This is magical. And such a delight. Living. Boom. Oh, let's try that again. Thank you, KKB. Oh my God, one more time. This is the first time I've used it. Wait, can I do both at the same time? 1, 2. Wait, I gotta get it the right side. Wait. 1, 2. Oh, KKB, thank you. Dawn, KKB asked for my mailing address, so I gave it to her. That was very nice. Or him, actually. I don't know. KKB might be a guy. If anybody wants my mailing address, you don't have to send anything. I'm just really grateful for everybody watching. I really feel like we have fun here and we're having a conversation. So, my P.O. Box is 8550 West Desert Inn Road, number 102-119, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89117. I'll say it really quickly one more time, and you can just rewind. Perez Hilton, 8550 West Desert Inn Road, number 102-119, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89117. Yes, what Ryan said, hit that like button. Oh, thank you, Melissa. It really means so much to me that people are... that anybody is watching after all these years. 21 years. God. 21 years. All right, enough chit chat because there's a bunch of show to get to. But first, it's wild to think that Diane Keaton is no longer with us. I kept thinking about her passing over the weekend because, aw, you're an angel, Ryan. She looked so healthy. Yes, I know that Diane Keaton was 79 years old, but I don't know, she looked like she was in her 60s. She was has always been fit, it appeared, and in good health and fudge. But you know what? I loved watching all of these old Diane Keaton interviews, and I loved how honest she was. Like, I saw this one really old interview from Diane Keaton where she talked about wanting to be famous, and that's what got her into acting, that she just wanted to be famous. She loved attention. And you know what? I appreciate that kind of transparency. A lot of people might just say, oh, I love the craft and this and that. No, she just wanted to be famous, and she was. And because of that, honesty, she never shied away from celebrity. Like, she enjoyed it. Unlike someone like Leonardo DiCaprio. You always see Leonardo DiCaprio with a hoodie over his head or looking down on the floor. I'm like, ugh, ugh. Diane Keaton. Oops. Diane Keaton embraced her fame. I saw this one person share a story about how Diane Keaton gave them chocolate at World Cost Market. Like, she always dressed the part. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. All right, there's some breaking news you might not have heard yet. Alec Baldwin got into a car crash and crashed his car into a tree in the Hamptons in New York. Bizarre. The accident happened today. I can't show you the pictures because they're paparazzi pictures, and your boy does not want to get in trouble with the paparazzi. But he was driving a Range Rover, and it looks like pretty significant damage. Like, not a light little tap. Like, Alec Baldwin crashed into this big old tree. Not sure why, but the police did talk to Alec Baldwin. He appeared to be not uninjured, uninjured, and he was not arrested. He was with his brother, Stephen Baldwin. But yeah, lucky for him, nothing more serious happened. God, he scares me. The way that Alec Baldwin is looking at the paparazzo, the death stare. That's actually a really good approximation. I love this. What Jen Q said. All right. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Alec Baldwin. Last thing he would need is for somebody to be injured again as a result of him. It went down today in East Hampton, New York. I'm trying to see if there's any possible cause. Oh, it was raining. It was raining. Maybe that had something to do with it. A rep for Alec has not commented on what happened. All right. In other news, we're going to be talking about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry at various points today. So stay tuned. I thought, you know what, like, I gotta spread everything out. So a little up front, a little towards the back end, and everything good in between also. Meghan Markle was just outed by the designer of Balenciaga. I don't know if this makes her look good, but I don't know if it makes her look bad either. Let me tell you what happened. As many of you know, Meghan Markle recently showed up to the Balenciaga fashion show in Paris. Well, according to the designer, Pierpaolo Piccioli, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Pierpaolo Piccioli, he says in a new interview that Meghan Markle invited herself to the Balenciaga fashion show. Interesting. He tells The Cut, Meghan and I met some years ago, and we've been texting ever since. She reached out and said she'd love to come to the show. There was no strategy or big orchestration. I didn't tell anyone she was coming because I wanted it to stay a surprise. How? Now, this is actually just weird to me because Meghan Markle lives in Montecito, California. Flying to Paris for fun for a day, that seems like work to me. That does not seem like fun. Correct, Melissa. The designer, not directly. I mean, sometimes directly, but usually the celebrity's team gets an invite. And when you're a big celebrity, more often than not, they will pay. I mean, if you're a big celebrity, if you're like a A-lister, if you're a B-lister, they'll just cover all your expenses, you know, so they'll fly you out, they'll put you up, they'll arrange transportation and everything. But if you're an A, and I know some people might argue that Meghan Markle is not an A-lister. She is. I would have expected her to have been paid. But given this interview that the designer from Balenciaga just gave, it made it seem like she was not paid to attend, that she just wanted to go. Thank you, DJ. Cool. She did look very pretty, I think. If you didn't watch or see, that's what she wore. It's giving Audrey Hepburn. Does anybody remember? Of course you remember Audrey Hepburn. Later on in life, Audrey Hepburn was giving this aesthetic. And it's fascinating because this is not, I don't really think of Balenciaga when I think of that. She is wearing them. Very Audrey, Gen Q. Me too, Melissa. A spokesperson for Meghan says that over the years, the Duchess has worn a number of designs by Pierpaolo. They have worked closely together, collaborating on design for key moments on the world stage. Meghan has long admired his craftsmanship and modern elegance, and tonight was no different. This evening reflects the culmination of many years of artistry and friendship reflected in her support of his new creative chapter at Balenciaga. You know, I just had an idea. Or not an idea, I had a thought. Similar. Why is it that most of the designers leading these big fashion houses are men? Especially when they're designing women's clothes. Why are there not any more women designing at a high level, or at least getting the credit for it. The men are the ones getting the credit. I can get used to that. We got to fix it. We need more women in design. Oh, this is so pretty. KKB is not even here. Jeez Louise, thank you, KKB. All right. We'll talk Prince Harry and Prince William also in a little bit. But first, Kylie Jenner. I talked about Kylie Jenner last week. For some people, Kylie Jenner is cool. I'm not some people. I'm not a fan. I don't. Do I dislike her? Yeah, I don't like her. I would even go so far as to saying I dislike her, but I don't hate her, okay? I don't hate many people. There's a couple people maybe, but not many. Kylie Jenner is not on that list. There's a few people I hate. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I don't lie. There's 3 or 4 people that I hate. We don't need to mention them. I just don't like Kylie Jenner, and that's fine. But Kylie Jenner made her big return to Snapchat because she probably got paid. You know what? Smart. Make that money, honey. And she debuted a new makeup collection. Oh, this is so pretty. But she did it with this promo video where she's being locked up. And a lot of people were very upset about this new Kylie promotion because, you know, we're in a time where folks are being disappeared is the new term. Disappeared. I don't know. My grammatical self doesn't know how I feel about using disappeared as a verb. To was disappeared or being disappeared. I don't know. Is it a verb in that sense? Anyways, I don't know if she has a song coming out, Ryan, but I think she sang in the song, in the promo video. Let's see. I don't think she announced it. I think it was just... Yeah, she just teased the possibility. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, she does have a song coming out. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, it was just announced earlier. Wait, it comes out tonight. Oh my God. I'll be curious. I feel like, you know what? It's got to be good or else she wouldn't put it out, right? Wow. This is not going to be another Jam situation. Remember that? Jam. That was the Kim song from back in the day. But you know what? What is the point of releasing music if you're not going to perform it or promote it? Like, I'll be surprised if Kylie Jenner performs this new song with Terror Jr. anywhere. Or if she does promo for it. God, it reminds me of when Perez Hilton came out with her debut album in the early 2000s. It was actually a great pop album. She worked with some big people, like She worked with Dr. Luke before Dr. Luke was a superstar. And Paris never performed any song off that album anywhere until recently. Now, in the last 2 or 3 years, she's started to do some shows. Good for her. Good for her. All right, let's keep it moving. Speaking of music, oh my God. Anything is possible, y'all. You know Blackpink? I am a big Blackpink fan. And I am not really a fan of Zayn Malik, but I'm a fan of music. And Jisoo from Blackpink just released a new song with Zayn Malik called Eyes Closed. I think it might be a hit. I think she might have more juice than him. Like, if this would have been 10 years ago, Zayn Malik would be the more popular one, but I think she's got more of an ardent fan base these days. But I like it. It's a bit of a nostalgic early 2000s vibe to it. Blackpink, Don David, I love them. This K-pop girl group, they're fabulous. Also, Demi Lovato released a new song for this single called Kiss, and I really like it as well. Demi Lovato is very much in her Charlie XCX era, and I'm here for it. You go, Demi. She's never really released a dance album before. This feels like just a dance record. Demi's done dance pop in the past, but never dance. I like it. You've never heard of Blackpink? Blackpink in your area. Boom, boom, ba. Oh my God, those are just like off the top of my head. And then she had that ice cream song. Ice cream. Oh, how does that one go? With Selena Gomez, that was a bop. A lot. Like, I'm a real fan. I even went to go see Blackpink in concert. They were, although it was really short. It could have been a little bit longer, but I really enjoyed it. They're fabulous. Also, God, it's so fascinating. The Weeknd had a really good run, but I feel like his days of hits are over. The Weeknd released this new song with Giorgio Moroder. You remember him from the disco era? He did like all those big Donna Summer hits, and it's gotten no attention. And except for the music video, this new The Weeknd music video has gotten people talking because it's hard to watch. It's got so much strobing in it. I don't understand this new trend. Artists keep putting these strobing images in their music videos and just promotional videos. Like Charlie XCX last week when she announced her movie, in the video announcement of the movie, it had all these like strobing effects. It was really annoying. All right. In other music related news, oh, I just love this. Thank you, KKB. Benson Boone and others, including Post Malone and Halsey, are being criticized. And if anything, I would imagine perhaps maybe Halsey would be the one to come under fire the most, because I believe Halsey identifies as queer, right? Halsey, Post Malone, Benson Boone, and others are going to be performing at the Riyadh Soundstorm Music Festival later this year. Riyadh, is that a city or a country in the Middle East? Let me see. Riyadh. Oh, it's the capital of Saudi Arabia. Yes. I did not know that. Riyadh is the capital of Saudi Arabia. And recently, there was all that controversy about the Riyadh Comedy Festival and comedians performing at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. And now all these artists are going to be performing at the music festival in December. Hold on a second. Also performing are Calvin Harris, Idris Elba, Ava Max, Metro Booming, Kid Leroy, and more. A lot of people are upset because, Saudi Arabia and other countries nearby are not very pro LGBT. They think also that, there's women are not viewed as equals. A lot of issues. But you know what? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy that all these people get their paychecks. It's not like they're performing, even if they were to perform in China. I don't care. Perform in China, perform wherever. I'm trying to think if it would be problematic. Where would it be? Like, I don't know, like Cuba. Cuba still has an oppressive regime governing, but I wouldn't be all butthurt if somebody went to go perform in Cuba. And I say this as a Cuban. My parents were both born in Cuba. Or like tourists. Tourists go to Cuba all the time. What's the difference between going to Cuba as a tourist and performing there? What's the difference between going as a tourist to Saudi Arabia and performing there? Hey, Kyle. Turkey. I've been to Turkey. Turkey was cool. Istanbul only, but I would love to go back. God, I used to travel internationally all the time before kids. Now, not so much. From Benson, and listen, Benson Boone is a cutie patootie. He's up and coming. He's about as unproblematic as male pop stars are. I was it Chanel, Melissa? Was it the one that Jennifer? Was it the one that Celine Dion performed at? I think so, right? Was that Chanel? Wait, Celine Dion performs at fashion show. It was Elie Saab in Riyadh. It was Elie Saab in 2014 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. No, 2024. Sorry, not 2014. 2024. I think Carl was already dead. But maybe there was also a Chanel one also. Anyways, speaking of controversy from that Saudi Arabia music festival to J.K. Rowling, Keira Knightley was asked about all of this J.K. drama while promoting an unrelated project. Keira Knightley is going to be starring in the Harry Potter audio version. Remember that? I mentioned that. There's so much Harry Potter coming out soon. Keira Knightley is going to be one of the voices for the new Harry Potter audiobooks. And then she was just asked while promoting her new Netflix movie, an adaptation of The Woman in Cabin 10, Decider said, Lord Kirby, thank you. That's funny. Hellboy, obviously. That's a compliment. I love Ron Perlman. All right. Decider asked Keira Knightley about being in the upcoming Harry Potter audiobooks. They say, I saw you're voicing Professor Umbridge in the new Harry Potter audiobooks. Are you aware that some fans are calling for a Harry Potter boycott given J.K. Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people? Keira Knightley responded saying, I was not aware of that. No, I'm very sorry. You know, I think we're all living in a period of time right now where we're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different opinions. I hope that we can all find respect. Very politically correct answer. Which probably will upset people on both sides, right? Like, oh, it's such a big, or not. It should upset nobody. Who cares? She doesn't want to talk about it. I think that was a skillful way of answering without answering. God, I'm having a good hair day today. I put a new product in my hair. I had been using pomade before, but this new product is called Fiber. I think I like it a lot more. Anyways, where do I begin? Look at this, Kyle. KKB, a member of my fam, sent me this fan. How chic. You did not see this at the beginning because you were late. Kidding. Oh, I love it. All right, let's keep it moving. Blake Lively, in a rare move of cooperation, has gone to the judge with Justin Baldoni to request more time. I am starting to really worry that I still think they're going to settle, but I also think that Baldoni and Lively are going to want to delay the start of the trial. Thank you, Ryan. They just asked to push everything back by a while. Specifically, Ezra Hudson, Lively's lawyer, issued a joint letter with the Baldoni parties. Brian Friedman co-signed it and everything. And they're asking to delay everything by a lot. Now they don't want to complete depositions of experts until December 5th. I mean, it could still be on track for everything to proceed with the trial in March. But I don't know. The more delays, the more I think there might be a delay in the trial also. And why does Blake Lively need more time? Let me look at this letter closely. I just scanned it. She doesn't specify. Why are they asking for more time? And they're asking for an extension for time to file motions for summary judgment as well. They had so much time to plan this. Why do they need an extension? I don't understand. Ooh, excuse me. Here we go. They say in the final paragraph, among other things, It is respectfully submitted that good cause exists here, given that depositions completed as of the afternoon of October 10th, with 3 Wayfarer defendants sitting for depositions between October 6th through the 10th, to allow all parties the opportunity to incorporate document discovery and testimony into any expert analysis, especially given that 3 Wayfarer defendants were deposed between October 6th and the 10th, and to enable all parties to incorporate fact and expert discovery into their motions for summary judgment, if any. The parties agree that no party will be prejudiced by such extension. I don't know if that's a really good reason or reasons personally, but hey, I'm not the judge, and seeing as they're working on this together, I believe he might agree to extend everything. All right, in other news, Taylor Swift attended the Chiefs game yesterday. That's what registered for me, but the Chiefs also did win. Oh no. Oh, wow. The Chiefs are not doing well this season. The Chiefs have a 3-3 record. That's bad, right? A 3-3 record this season? But I had this thought. I have a lot of thoughts. Taylor attended the Chiefs game with Caitlin Clark. Do you know her? She's that WNBA player. And then it just got me thinking, God, Taylor Swift must have so many friends, acquaintances, people in her orbit. It must be so hard to maintain friendships and relationships when everybody wants a piece of you, and when you're so friendly, and when you hang out with so many people. Hold on a second. All right, I had to tell them to simmer down. Also, we will be talking Taylor Swift more later on in the show. There's a lot to cover today, my friend. But first, along this line, this train of thought that I just shared with you, earlier in the week, Taylor Swift was spotted having dinner in New York City with comedian Jared Carmichael. Everybody wants to have dinner with Taylor Swift. Everybody wants to hang with Taylor Swift, right? And if you're somebody who used to be good friends with her and you slowly start to drift off and you see her hanging out with all these new people, that would probably create a lot of insecurity and jealousy, no? Or Todrick Hall. Remember when Taylor Swift was really friendly with Todrick Hall for a bit? Not anymore. I think they had a falling out. I don't know why. And obviously, Carly Kloss, so many people, so many. What's Taylor doing with Jared Carmichael? Maybe she's just a fan of his comedy. All right, on to Prince William. Did you hear the drama with Prince William? British people are upset at William and Catherine for not the masses, but a fair amount. The loud voices are upset at William and Catherine for 2 reasons. 1, people are upset at Prince William and his wife because they are moving again. They are moving from where they had been living in Windsor to another place in the Windsor compound. And, every time they move in an indirect way, the British taxpayer has to pay, right? Moving again? They just moved not that long ago. You don't need to move again. And as a result of their latest move within Windsor, William and Catherine are closing off a large chunk of Windsor Park. They are closing off a 2.3-mile perimeter of public land around their new property. Area that used to be open for the public to go on walks through Windsor Great Park. No more, unfortunately. They are permanently closing off a 2-mile radius from their new home. But a lot of Windsor locals are not happy about that. Gen Q. But, you know, that's a small group of people. The Windsor locals who go to the park every day or regularly. It's a big park, you know? If they close a little 2-mile radius, it's not the end of the world, I think. But everybody has their right to their feelings, and if they want to be upset about it, okay, I get it. God, I am obsessed with my hair today. I do need a haircut, though. Anyways, also some more Meghan Markle. Ay, ay, ay. The irony of this. The irony of this. Chrissy Teigen is defending her relationship with Prince Harry's wife. In a new interview with People at a Hello Sunshine event, you know that's Reese Witherspoon's company? Chrissy Teigen said of Meghan Markle, I adore her. I really adore her. I think she is so incredibly strong. Chrissy Teigen then reflected on how polarizing Meghan is. She says, it is insane to me how polarizing she is for so many different people, when she really is just such a kind, good person that wants the best for all her friends and the best for people around her and the best for her own relationship and for her children. Chrissy is equally polarizing. A lot of people don't like her either. Exactly, Lakeisha. I don't know. I like Chrissy Teigen. And I like Meghan Markle. Enough. Am I starting to like her? I don't know. Actually, I think I'm starting to like her because I'm a contrarian. And people were so upset at me last week when I applauded them for donating their time to charity. They're like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. If you tell me not to do something, it makes me want to do it. I'm crazy like that. Oh, thank you, Kyle. You are a superstar. I don't really like her, though. I mean, I like her enough. That's definitely an accurate assessment, Joie. I like Meghan Markle enough. I don't hate her. I definitely don't hate her. I don't even dislike her. I like her enough. That is accurate, I would say. Chrissy Teigen had more to say. She said that Meghan lives simply and doesn't do anything for public perception, no matter what people think. Now that I disagree with. Teigen says she just wants those things, and people come up with all these different things that she could be about or what she wants, but it's not that complicated. People are always going to read into what they want to read into, and they're going to hyper-focus into what they want to believe. People are just going to come up with their own story. I think it's cool that Meghan is just like, listen, say whatever you want. I'm happy and I'm healthy and I feel good. Okay. Why did she also spend so much time talking about Meghan Markle? Like, she could have given one or two sentences and been like, all right, that's it. She knew that that would get her attention, Chrissy. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. Oh, happy anniversary. All right, in other news, Prince Harry is upset at all the backlash that Meghan Markle got last week when she went to the Balenciaga fashion show. What Jen Q said, hit that like button, denying speculation that Meghan Markle took video near the tunnel where Princess Diana died, saying that Meghan went nowhere near there. Okay? Speaking of Meghan Markle, her neighbor in Montecito is making a lot of headlines. This is so wonderfully odd, and I love it. Katy Perry, I talked about in July, started getting tongues wagging when she went out on a very public date with former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Then that same week in July, Justin Trudeau went to Katy Perry's concert. And that's all that we heard of that. Nothing else happened until this weekend when we saw paparazzi pictures of Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau aboard her yacht in Santa Barbara. But what's odd is that these pictures, or not even paparazzi, I think the pictures were taken by somebody in a nearby boat. What's odd is that this outing happened last month in September, but we're only hearing about it now. But they were steamy pictures. I wish I could show you the pictures. You see Justin Trudeau grabbing Katy Perry's bum. You see them kissing. They were all over it. Yes. We're going to be talking some more Taylor Swift in a little bit. But first, this surprised me. Some backlash to the announcement that No Doubt is going to be performing at the Sphere here in Las Vegas. A lot of people are upset with, disappointed by, and not wanting to support Gwen Stefani. Many folks are convinced that Gwen Stefani is MAGA. This is a rumor that's been going on for a while now. She's very religious. She's an Orange County girl. Orange County is not Los Angeles. Orange County is a red dot in a blue state. Orange County has a lot of conservative people. And she married a country music singer. It doesn't bother me. I don't even think she is. But people were looking and like, oh, look, Gwen is still following Charlie Kirk. Gwen is following the Charlie Kirk show. Gwen is following Turning Point USA. Well, maybe this is who she's always been. Maybe it's not like a new thing that she's conservative. Maybe she's always been conservative. And so what? I don't care. Like, just because somebody's conservative doesn't mean they're a bad person. You can be a bad person that happens to be a conservative, and you can be a good person that happens to be conservative. Does not bother me. And look at this. Anna Marie says, you can be religious and still fairly liberal. I fall into that category. Absolutely, Joie. I don't know, Lakeisha, but I don't know. I wonder how the No Doubt shows will sell. I hope they do well. I'm going to go if I can get free tickets. All right. If you missed the big announcement, I gotta do it this way. If you missed the big announcement, Taylor Swift has two new projects that are going to be premiering on Disney Plus and Hulu in December. On the 12th of December, Taylor filmed the very last Eras Tour shows in Vancouver, and they're going to be seen on television. And that includes the Tortured Poets Department, which was not originally an era included in the theatrical release of the Eras Tour concert film. So this is the updated Eras Tour, the last show. And she also filmed a 6-part docuseries. Very cool. 6 parts. It's like a reality show. A 6-part docuseries about the Eras Tour. We got a little teaser and we saw Travis Kelce, and I would watch it. I'm into it. I love me some Taylor Swift. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Some really bad Jennifer Lopez news. Last week on Friday, I told you all that the new J-Lo movie was projected to make between $1.5 to $3 million at the box office. Kiss of the Spider Woman. Unfortunately, the new J-Lo movie did even worse than projected. The new J-Lo movie did not even debut in the top 10 at the box office. The film came in at number 13, and it took in only $840,000. $840,000. And it was a pretty wide release, 1,300 screens. That's not some art house play. That wasn't in just select cinemas. 1,300 screens is a wide release. J-Lo is a workaholic, me. However, a couple of things. I don't think the film flopped because of J-Lo. I think it was the material. I think it was the source material. Like, I love musicals, and none of the songs from Kiss of the Spider Woman had come across my ears before seeing the trailer. So I experienced the music from the great Candor and Ebb from, Cabaret and Chicago. I experienced the music for the first time in the trailer, and it didn't resonate with me. It didn't say, you need to see this movie. Unlike Chicago. I was like, I need to see the Chicago movie. I love the Chicago musical. But the trailer did not do it for me, Kyle. And I have this thought. J-Lo needs to do 2 things, I think, to save her career. I should be consulting. I need to consult for everybody. I'll do it for free. Maybe not for free, but J-Lo needs to partner with Netflix. Like, do a 2 or 3 picture deal with Netflix. You know how, like, when Lindsay Lohan decided to come back and act again? What did she do? She partnered with Netflix and did holiday movies. That was smart because it shields you from a flop. Netflix does not report their numbers. If the Netflix film that that J-Lo would do with them doesn't do very well, we're not going to find out the box office numbers. The Netflix doesn't report their numbers. And what's smart about doing something with Netflix is they've got a built-in audience and marketing. I don't know if it needs to be a holiday movie, Michelle. Actually, you know what I think it should be? I think J-Lo should do like a buddy comedy film with Cardi B. Like they play twins or mother and daughter or undercover cops or something like that. But I feel like J-Lo and Cardi B together would get a lot of attention, and it would get Latinos watching, it would get the hip hop community watching, it would get the gays watching. I feel like horror might be a good thing, Kyle. A funny horror movie. I don't know. Something with J-Lo and Cardi B. Maybe like a Sister Act reboot. Sister Act. Huh. Wait, isn't Whoopi trying to do a Sister Act reboot? Maybe. I don't know. I like that idea though. J-Lo and Cardi together. There's something there with Netflix. All right. Some wild news. Oh, yeah. Do you remember that TV show from back in the 90s, Family Matters? Family Matters? Darius McCray was declared a fugitive and arrested at the U.S.-Mexico border. This is wild. Family Matters star Darius McCray under fugitive arrest near U.S.-Mexico border, held without bail on felony charge. The U.S. Border Patrol took him into custody on October the 5th, and he's still locked up. What the fudge? This guy, remember him, Family Matters? That show that Urkel was on, Jaleel White? I forget his name, but he was not Urkel. Wait, the girl was named Lisa. No. Was it Lisa? I don't even know. Let's see. For an out-of-state warrant. Welcome, Yaith. His first court date is this Wednesday. Oh, here we go. You're right. You are right, Lakeisha. He's got a publicist. Maybe it's just a friend doing it for free. His rep says that the warrant was out of Michigan due to a missed court appearance regarding his failure to pay child support. Time to start an OF. Actually, I feel like he can make some decent money on OF. I mean, oh God, it's so wild. Like, the concept of reruns used to make actors so much money back in the day. But I feel like that model doesn't exist anymore, right? Like, maybe if you're lucky and your show's on streaming, but I don't think Family Matters is on streaming. Let me see. If it is, it would be on Disney Plus, right? Because it was an ABC show. Is Family Matters on streaming? But welcome, Ruthie. It was on Netflix a while ago. Okay. Oh, they're on Hulu. They're on Hulu. It's on Hulu. I was right. I was right. So it's on Hulu, which is also owned by ABC. Bonkers. Pay your child support, dude. All right, speaking of children, Jennifer Aniston opens up about her struggles with infertility. She's talked about this before, but in a new interview with Harper's Bazaar, she says that the public scrutiny was really hard on her. Aniston said in this new interview, the public didn't know my story or what I'd been going through over the past 20 years to try to pursue a family because I didn't go out there and tell them my medical woes. But you know what? I just don't think she wanted to be a mom. If she wanted to, she could have adopted, or she could have had an egg donor and a surrogate. She still could have children. She could adopt now, but she hasn't. Maybe she feels she's too old to adopt now. Diane Keaton did not adopt until she was in her 50s. If you really want to, you're not too old. Oh, look at that. Becky says, I remember an interview where she said she didn't want children. That's fine, Michelle. That's fair. Some people don't want to adopt. That's true. That's true. All right. Speaking of children, do you guys know Chris Angel, the magician? He is behaving like a child. He put his baby mama on blast and told his followers to unfollow her. And he accused her of cheating on him. She made a video in response saying that she did not cheat on him and that she messaged a rock star after they had broken up. But it seems like the two of them broke up and got back together and broke up and got back together many times. Drama. You know what? A lot of women, not a lot, but some women probably fantasize or dream about being with somebody famous, being, a gold digger or whatnot. But it's not all it's cut out for. When you're a gold digger, you have to put up with a lot of garbage. This woman, Shawnee, says that Chris Angel cheated on her repeatedly during their relationship. Men who buy women, who are like the Chris Angel types, they'll just cheat on you and they expect you to be okay with it. And then she went and had 3 kids with him. Oh, I can do it both ways. Yes, honey. No, only one way. I enjoyed the show, Michelle. I've seen Chris Angel's show. It's good. All right, happier news. The Tangled live action remake. Wait, is it live action? I think so. Let me see. Remember how Disney was doing all of those? Yes, the live action. Disney was doing all those live action films and then put them all on pause because Snow White and the other ones had not been performing that well. Well, the Tangled remake is back in action, and Scarlett Johansson is said to be circling the role of Mother Gothel. Is that the villain, Mother Gothel? That's a great quote, Joie. Joie says, my mother said, if you marry for money, you will earn every nickel. Also, the cast of Laguna Beach shared a picture. Kristen Cavallari and Lauren Conrad together. Well, just the two of them, but they're the only ones that people care about. Look at this after all these years. Although actually, Lauren was a guest on Kristen's Laguna Beach Rewatch podcast, but still, that makes me happy. Nice to see them. They've begun filming the Laguna Beach reunion. I should sell fans. I gotta have fans. But I do have merch, you guys. Check out all my official merch at buypopstuff.com. That's buypopstuff.com. Get a cameo from me at cameo.com/Perez Hilton. I love making personalized videos for you all. Cameo.com/Perez Hilton. Also, if you enjoy my podcast, you can get an exclusive podcast episode a week on our Patreon at patreon.com/Perez Hilton. And I've pinned here, and I will also pin in the comments section, information on how you can become a member of my channel so that you can live chat with me during all of my Hot Topics shows. Thank you, KKB, for these fans. You are an angel. And that is it for today, you guys. Damn, this was a long show. We will be back tomorrow with much more. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, same time as usual, 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 4:15 Pacific. If you watched until the end, say KKB. KKB. The letter K, the letter K, the letter B. KKB. Say KKB in the comments section. KKB sent me these fans. Thank you, KKB. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.